to the a company being called COMSAR Properties. So we have just called you in for media statement with regard to the consent of the government of the Republic of Namibia, which has been given to the company to lease these 4 farms. So with those short remarks, I would like to call upon Honorable Minister Utoni Nujoma for the media statement. Honorable Minister.
Thank you very much. Yes. Minister, ICT, Comrade Simata, Deputy Minister, Comrade Pierce, government officials, advisors, and members of the electronic and print media. Welcome to the Ministry of Land Reform. I called you in order to make a statement because of these media statements on the purchase of the 4 farms donated by COMSAR Properties to the government of the Republic of Namibia. We just wanted to put this issue into context and also make some explanations. And I will start now by reading my statement. And I should say on or about the 18th of October 2018, the media published an article which stated that the Russian national, Mr. Rashid Sadarov, bought 4 farms measuring 17,000 hectares for 43 million on the 28th of September 2018. The farms were then donated to the state, and Mr. Sadarov will now lease them from the government for 99 years. The media statement further indicated that the sale was done despite the public outcry about the sale of land to a foreign absentee landlord. Subsequent to the said media statement, the Affirmative Repositioning Movement, AR, also issued a press statement on the same day, 18 October 2018, alleging that it is in possession of documents showing that the Russian national did not buy the farms from the owners as a donation to the government, but it is the government, I repeat, but it is the government that bought and paid for the farms on Mr. Rashid Sadarov's behalf on the same day, 14 September 2018, to the total amount of 43,462,749.75 cents, and the Russian national only has to pay rental fees to the government. With a view to providing comprehensive account of the transaction and clear the false allegation leveled against the government on this matter, I addressed the media conference on the 19th of October 2018, where I refuted the claims by AR and informed the public that the government of the Republic of Namibia has not paid for the farms, nor used public funds as alleged. The government directly acquired the farms from the sellers as a donation by COMSAR Properties SA in terms of the deed of sale, donation, and lease concluded between COMSAR Properties SA and the government of Namibia. The deeds of sale, donation, and lease provides that COMSAR Properties SA must pay the purchase price and compensation to the farm sellers, while rejecting the allegation by AR to the effect that it was in possession of showing documents that government money was used to purchase the 4 farms. I stated that if such documents showing that government money was used if they exist, then the document may not be authentic. I have personally signed all the necessary prescribed and formal deeds, office transfer documents to enable the farms to be registered in the name of the government of the Republic of Namibia directly from the farm sellers. As I'm speaking now, these farms are now registered as properties of the government of Namibia. At this juncture, I would like to once again clearly reiterate the government position on these matters as follows. Background, just as a brief background, COMSAR Properties SA approached the Minister of Land Reform during November 2017, almost a year ago. I repeat, 2017, seeking consent in terms of Section 58 of the Agricultural Commercial Land Reform Act No. 6 of 1995 as amended to purchase and acquire the 4 farms. The 4 farms were owned by 2 owners, namely 3 by Reynolds Farming Pty Limited, held on one title being Farm Reynolds number 123, Farm Camille Boom number 119, portion of Farm Small Deal number 123, while the 4th farm, Volksgrund, was owned by Volksgrund Farming CCC. COMSAR, in its first application for consent in terms of Section 58 of the Act to the acquire and own the farms, made proposal that it will invest billions in tourism, hospitality, and nature conservation businesses, and that it will also, if given consent, to purchase and own the 4 farms, donate 25 million to the government in a particular fund to fund the development of football or soccer in the country, and to buy 2 farms for resettlement purposes. It also proposed to renovate at least 2 rural schools. That was the whole package offered by COMSAR. The ministry rejected the proposal and refused to grant COMSAR a letter of consent in terms of Section 58 of the Agricultural Commercial Land Reform Act of 1995, Act No. 6 of 1995 as amended, to acquire the farms concerned from owners and develop them. Instead, the Minister of Land Reform advised and suggested to COMSAR to buy the farms without them being transferred to it at its full cost, and have the farms directly acquired and transferred in the name of the government of Namibia, and becomes government property through a donation, and that COMSAR in turn leases the farms from government on the following stringent conditions. That COMSAR pays out the farm owners full purchase price and compensation that may be demanded by the farmers in respect of their business without government of Namibia incurring any cost. That the farms be transferred directly from the owners to the government of Namibia, thereby becoming government properties to be used productively during the lease period and to be preserved for future generations. That at the end of the long-term 99-year lease, all improvements worth billions, including hotels and other infrastructures that COMSAR intends to build and develop, will become government property without any compensation to COMSAR. That 15 children of the liberation struggle be employed together with many other persons that will be recruited to work on the lease land. That because of rampant unemployment, particularly among the youth around Dortabes community, COMSAR should establish a tannery and recruit from such communities with due regard to their available skills and qualifications. And that COMSAR shall pay annual rental the first of which will be 160,000, which has since been paid. COMSAR will continue paying annual rental equivalent to 100% farm tax paid by commercial farmers at the rate determined by government from time to time. That government decision to grant approval to COMSAR to lease proposal will also be necessitated by considerable economic benefits that will accrue to Namibia in the following respects. That A, COMSAR, in addition to the investment of over 1 billion already invested in Malura game reserve, will make a direct and much needed investment of over 1 billion in tourism, nature conservation, hospitalities, and other associated businesses. This investment will commence immediately and during this month, October 2018, already. A number of persons have since been recruited, some on short-term and some on long-term basis, in order to start the development of the said farms. And see the tourism sector will benefit in that there will be a steep growth in the Russian tourism market in Namibia, and tourists coming to Namibia will inject much needed money into our economy. Income tax and other taxes will be paid to the state by COMSAR. It is common cause that this transaction is being executed for the first time in Namibia. Therefore, some fellow Namibians who may not have acquainted themselves with the provision of the law governing commercial agricultural land in Namibia may think that government has violated its own laws. Now, let me just briefly inform you about the applicable law. The Minister of Land Reform has power in terms of Section 58(1)(b) subsection I of the Agricultural Commercial Land Reform Act 1995, Act number 6 of 1995, as amended to grant consent to any person, including foreigners, to lease commercial land for more than 10 years. The Treasury instructions in terms of the State Finance Act 1991 provides that Treasury should accept the donation to the state. In view of this provision, approval to this effect was duly granted by Treasury. Now, with regard to the meaning of sale, donation, and lease, the deed of sale, donation, and lease entered into between government of the Republic of Namibia and COMSAR Properties SA describes the government of Namibia as the donee lessor, while COMSAR SA is the donor or lessee. This means that the government received the donation in the form of 4 farms from the donor, COMSAR Properties, and lease them to the donor. Section 5 and Section 6 of the deed of sale, donation, and lease stipulates that the donor, COMSAR Properties SA, shall fully pay the purchase price, including all costs, to the sellers, as well as the conveyances, fees, and transfer duties, and compensation for loss of business currently run on the properties. The donee, lessor, and Treasury accept the donation of the properties on the condition that the date of transfer of the properties into the name of the donee or lessor, a 99-year lease shall be notarially registered against the properties in favor of the donor lessee. That is Section 8, subsection 1. At the end of the 99-year lease period, the notarial lease shall be cancelled and all improvements made on the properties shall become the properties of the donee, lessor, meaning the state. Now, with regard to sale, donation, and lease process, I would like to reassure the Namibian nation that the sale, donation and lease of the said farms was conducted in a transparent manner in accordance with the law as follows. The sale, donation and lease was done in line with the applicable law, that is the Agricultural Commercial Land Reform Act, 1995, Act number 6 of 1995 as amended. The process was duly authorized by Cabinet and all relevant stakeholders, including the Attorney General, was consulted. And although no law in this country at the moment, although no law in this country prohibits the sale of farmland to foreigners, consideration was given to Cabinet decision that no foreign national should acquire and own commercial land in Namibia. In this case, the farms are registered in the name of the government of Namibia, and COMSAR only leases from the government, and they will be used beneficially in the interest of economic development of the country, including contribution to employment creation of our people. This is in short why I called you, and we just wanted to clarify the issues that has emanated from this our agreement to lease the said farms. So, in brief, that was the reason why we have called you here, so that we clarify this issue hopefully once and for all. And I also like to urge you to, because there is a lot of issues that involve the Commercial Agricultural Land Reform Act, sale and donation and so on. Maybe these are complex. They may sound complex to some people. That's why we said it is important that we clarify them so that the public is properly informed. So I hope you will report accordingly and objectively as we have stated here. So, Comrade Pierce, that's the end of the statement. And,
yes, thank you, Honorable Minister.